You said that the battle no longer is really at the borders, the enemy is not really at the gates. Here you've also made references in certain essays to the role of internet and the interplay of social media. These are obviously very popular, contagious platforms that provide instant access, wider reach to the people. I'd like you to talk a little bit about what role is social media or internet likely to play in perpetuating terrorism, and how can it be checked?
So I think the first realization that we need to have is that terrorism is not about killing people. So in the 3 days that the 10 people in Bombay killed about 165 people, around about the same time in 3 days, India must have lost close to 2,000 people in road accidents. But the road accidents don't scare us. These 10 people who caused the damage scare us far more, because terrorism is not about the absolute number of body counts. Terrorism is about playing with your mind. It's about making you afraid. It's about making you scared. Now, the way to do that is not necessarily by one activity alone. I'm fairly certain that if these 10 men had carried out an attack, say in the hinterland of Kashmir or somewhere in the northeast, it wouldn't have caused so much of angst as the Mumbai attacks did. And I'm fairly sure that if the Mumbai attacks took place, say about 25 years ago, when TV wasn't out there and everyone wasn't watching it live, it wouldn't have had the same effect. So this is not so much about killing the 165 people. It's far more about projecting that event into your homes. And that's something the internet does amazingly well. So now with literally a 500 rupee camera and the internet, a person can actually create an element of terror by just recording a beheading of a kidnapped victim, or recording a bomb blast going off, which is happening increasingly, or even using the internet to motivate people by morphing figures, by showing things that are not really accurate, by creating images which are shown to be sort of prejudicial towards one community, and putting it out there literally like a media campaign. So in many ways, the ability of an idealist or a motivator or a recruiter to be able to communicate with somebody halfway across the world using the internet, and completely uncensored, because there is no way that the authorities of any country can control the net or its content in its absolute sense. This instrument becomes a very powerful tool in the hands of people who want to reach out to a much larger audience without any censorship on their communication.
And effectively perpetuate fear.
Effectively perpetuate fear.
It's internet basically is now playing on the mind.
So internet is now being used. Let's start at the beginning of the supply chain. It is being used to discover potential recruits.
Right.
It is being used to actually recruit them. It is being used to teach them how to build bombs. On YouTube today, you have videos which teach you how to build a bomb step by step, which ingredients to buy, how to buy ball bearings, how to tape it together, how to wear it, how to be in a crowd when you pull the switch so that you cause maximum casualties. And when such instances happen, then they are used for further publicity as the stories of martyrs who have gone out there and done it. So it's become a complete supply chain which starts right from the recruitment up to the time that particular incident is talked about and propagated on the net.